So $31,000 in the last 30 days with a profit margin of around 65%. I know this is not done by your average dropshipping store. In today's video, I'll break down exactly what we have done step for step to achieve these numbers all across. As you can see right here, we have achieved $31,000 with 111 orders, so $300 AVO. And as you can see right here, this is not a one-time thing. We have clients all the time doing multiple thousands every single day with great profit margins. And even clients achieving 500K in 6 months. So you understand that this whole structure actually works and it's no bullshit. Before we jump into the whole structure, let me break down what this is not going to be. This is not going to be your average dropshipping store where I explain to you what to do on AliExpress, where to find products, how to do it. Next off, we're not going to sell in the product niche that's relying on trends. We don't have the average dropshipping structure, which is basically building a Shopify store around a trending product and then just run ads for it. I've been building something that generated multiple 7 figures over the last 2 years for my community with a mechanism no one ever talked about. Everything that I will be talking about in today's video is going to be super logical and you can understand. It's not going to be a fancy technique where you have to figure out something by yourself and it's not proven to work. The only thing I will show to you in this exact video is straight facts. And next off, don't keep watching all of these shitty ass gurus telling you this is the way, that is the way. What we want to do is build a business based on logical sense, and this is exactly what you're gonna get in this exact video. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. And with that being said, let's directly jump over to the structure. Before we do anything about building an online business in general, we need the structure. First of all, this is where most people already messed up. The fundament of building a brand is always the most important part about everything. You can't build a house, you can't build an online business, you can't build a relationship if there is no foundation. People just think they can just go out there, find a dropshipping trending product, watch 1 to 2 YouTube guides, and then they're going to be multi-millionaires. This is not going to be the case. There are a few things you have to understand about your business particularly before you can actually take off with it. These are things like, whom do I want to sell to? What is my ideal customer? What is the exact vision of the brand that I want to build? All of these questions have to be answered before building a brand. And to simplify this so you don't have to download 1,000 different spreadsheets, I have built a tool where you can simply just sign up to. You just gotta put in your first name, after that your IG. So let me do that real quick. And then also your email address. Once you have done that, you will get to this exact window right here. And it's going to ask you, what is your biggest frustration trying to build an online business? You just go through all of these different questions right here. Also, what success are you looking for? Is it just 5 to 10K? Is it 30K plus a month? Building something I can scale with a team. So for example, 30K per month. What would a consistent income actually charge for you? For example, give back to my family. Where you right now? I tried dropshipping on Amazon, but it didn't work. How much time and capital do you have available? This is super important. People that are not able to invest the same amount of time into a business aren't able to build the same business as someone that doesn't have a job or any liabilities on a daily basis. And then, for example, what is my capital to actually invest into a business? This is also important. What would your brand feel like if you were already successful? I want it to be premium and exclusive. And now it's going to generate you an exact report that you can build on. This right here is going to give you an exact overview of how you want to structure out your brand, what exactly your goals are going to be, whom exactly your ideal customers should be, and what exactly your brands need, plus also what the gap between the currently you and the dream outcome that you want to achieve, what exactly the gap between that is going to be. And once you have this exact fundament right here, you can start building. Why is this so important? Because all of my big clients, everyone that's going to be on board with me is going through these exact questions, and based off that, we can build their brands that will actually bring in multiple 6 figures every single month. For example, this client right here, he does mid 6 figures and lower 6 figures profits every single month. And before we did anything for this client, we had to figure out whom exactly he wants to sell to and what this brand is going to be like. And we don't just handle business like most dropshippers out there, because this is not your regular dropshipping. The regular dropshipping is dead and it's not going to work out anymore. We want to focus on quality and actual customer satisfaction and customer longevity. But if we just launch a shitty store that has been created over some AI tool, and then we test out different products, and then when one store with one product niche is actually performing for the next 1 to 2 months maybe, and we have super shitty profit margins, and then we start building a better store for it, we're not going to be able to scale. What we want to build is an e-com brand that is relying on the dropshipping fulfillment way, means we don't have any inventory in hand, but we want to build a real brand, because dropshipping with most people is affiliated with just cheap products, and how most people build dropshipping on this YouTube platform, it is basically cheap quality shit that we sell online. And if your website looks cheap, you can't build anything. But before you can build your website, you have to know whom you want to sell to. So this is super important that you fill this out. The exact link to this exact tool you will find in the bio of this video. So make sure before building a brand to fill this out, so you can actually get an exact step-for-step setup and seeing what your potential of your brand can be. Next thing about a great looking website is we have a way better call to action and also customer lifetime, because we can market our current people that already bought off us, or returning customers or store visitors, with basically call to actions like this. For example, an 10% off discount action, and you see the great details of these exact websites. And this doesn't matter if you're just at the beginning or at the end. Your store should always feel premium, because the client that's going to buy from you in, let's say, 3 years, once your brand is already established, is the same person that's going to buy from you in the first place. So make sure to understand whom you're trying to sell to, and once you have that, build a great fundament around this. Now I have the fundament. Now it comes over what exactly do I want to sell, and there's already a reason why there are always watches shown across all of these different websites. But before we jump into the products and I show you exactly what a product has to do so it can actually succeed and you seeing multiple six figures, I want to show you this first off, so you actually know this exact structure is going to work for you, and no matter where you currently place that. So when we go on the results channel of my Discord, we can see, for example, Metal right here in the last 7 days, he did 7.7k, and I want you to understand he's just starting out. I've been working with this exact guy for 1 month. He's already doing 4 figures per day on just one platform that we use. And the profit margins are around 60%, so this is not your average 10% profit margin store. Or for example, 1 month in, 1.6k purely on eBay. About the whole eBay stuff, I will talk about that a bit later on. Or for example, right here, first sell less than 1 week. Started the store in November, he already did 5.8k. Another day, another client right here. This guy achieving 1k days. This is what an average day off of my clients look like. Or for example, this client right here, he did 600k and he took his ads offline and did then 6.3k with no ads online, basically just the retargeting structure that we have. Or for example, this guy reaching 30k dashboards. Another guy seeing his first sale basically 1 day in on the community. Another guy first month 6k. Here, this guy joined in 2 to 3 weeks ago and already did his first 38k in Canadian dollars, so we gotta leave that to him, but still props. So this was just a tip of the iceberg of the results my clients in my one-on-one mentorship get in. So if you want to see these exact results that I just showed to you on your side as well, with a guarantee that says if you don't see these results, you're getting a full-on refund, then simply go to the link in the bio where it says apply to work one-on-one directly with me, and simply book on a call to see if you actually qualify. We're only taking a few more people in, so if you're actually interested to see these results guaranteed, simply go into the link, check it out, and then we see if you qualify. But besides that, let's directly jump over to the product again. So when it comes to selling online and actually being successful with it, we want to watch out for multiple things. We want to be selling a product that actually is proven to work. We don't just want to test out multiple hundreds of different products and don't give any effort into any of these products, because that's where most dropshippers mess up. That might actually work, but they simply just test what is bringing in the quickest results, and based on what is actually bringing in the quickest results, they build their business. But everyone knows quality over quantity, so we actually want to build in a niche that is proven to work and has been generating multiple 7 figures, and there are even people doing 7 figures every single month with this exact product niche. Next off, we want an individual product. We don't want to be selling something other people can also sell. This might now sound weird, but it will make sense later on in this exact video. Because if people can simply just copy you and basically product that you're selling, after 1 to 2 months, it's going to die out, because once people recognize that you're actually making good profits with your product, they will simply just copy it, and then there's just everything being fully flooded with your exact product, and you're going down in the market and you have to look for the next trend. This is not what we're trying to build. We're trying to build something that's long lasting, allowing us to scale. Next off, we're looking at high profit margins. We don't want to be selling a product range where we have 10 to 20% profit margins. What we want to be doing is don't focus on getting in new clients every single day. We want to be generating sales that bring in good profit margins while keeping great quality. And this is really where it comes down back to this exact tool right here again, because we want to figure out who we want to sell to. And once we figure out who we want to sell to, we're not just selling some cheap bullshit. Next off, we're looking at returning customers. No one knows this term in dropshipping because people simply just get a client in, the client is unhappy, and then they're like, okay, fuck this client. What we want to do is actually build a customer relationship that people say, okay, this is great, this is a great product, this is a great service, we want to buy over and over again. And I have clients in the exact product niche that I'm and all of my clients are selling in that see 10 to 20k profit months by simply having 30 to 40 customers that just buy over and over again. And this is the key behind e-com, because many people have this misconception about dropshipping that it has to be some cheap bullshit we just sell for super low margins on a very large scale, and this is dropshipping. This is not dropshipping. Dropshipping simply means that we're just being more efficient with the way of fulfillment when we get orders in. Next off, we have the 4-phase model can be applied. This doesn't make sense in this exact step, but it comes back to the step where we don't want to build an e-com store about basically having a Shopify and running ads for it. We want to have different marketplaces in our product marketing that allows us to have a great baseline and not just be fully focused on trends or, for example, how our videos are performing or how our ads performing. We want to be selling on platforms that consistently have demand, bringing us consistent orders in, allowing us, for example, to have a baseline of 5 to 7k profits per month. And on top to that, we're running ads or, for example, organic content. I will explain this a bit later on in this video. Next off, we want to have a private supplier, because if you're a beginner and you're buying from some random supplier, the probability that you're going to lose your money or you're going to be scammed by some guy in China that just want to rip you off is super high. So you want to be building a business on a fundament with a product that's proven to work and also supply you can trust when you get low orders or high orders, because it doesn't matter. Fulfillment always have to be on fleek. So now let me give you an example of bad products. Bad products, you can basically take 99% off of all of the dropshippers, what they promote to you. It's basically bull crap. It doesn't matter if it's accessories, if it's clothes, if it's makeup, all of this stuff is going to die out because it can simply be replaced and people are not buying this. We want to be solving a problem, and for the reason that we're solving a problem, people are going to pay us. This allows us to actually build a business and not just some trending business that is relying on selling makeup for $15 and we buy it for $1 and everyone can do it. Even your grandma could possibly do it. We don't want to be selling any tech, because if this shit blows up, you basically have a chargeback of $100. Plus, you might be being sued that someone's house burned down for $250,000. We don't want to be selling these cheap tech products that look basically like watches. We don't want to be doing print on demand. These are all business models that might have worked in 2015. But this is not how the wave is now working. So basically what I want you to do is forget all of the drop shipping that you currently have in mind and what all of the gurus out there are talking about, because it simply doesn't work. So now that I showed you what the bad products are, let me show you actually what the good products are. I and all of my clients are selling in the watch niche, and trust me, I have been there. I have tried all of this. I have done multiple 6 figures in e-com already, and there were good phases, there were bad phases. You want to be building a business that you can rely on, that you can actually scale, because with most dropshippers, they get their ads set, they get their creative set, they build their store, and once the whole setup for them to actually start generating their first sale, the trend is already gone. I found the watch niche. The watch niche is super untapped. Everyone loves it. It's an evergreen product niche because people can buy it over again. It's not a trending product. It's basically a status symbol. And this is a huge problem people have there, because most people out there can't afford, or they don't see the sense behind buying a 40k watch just because it says Rolex or it says AP or it says Patek Philippe. So what we do is we generate our own watch brand with designs that are already designed fully by me. So I have generated full custom designs for my own community. We have over 300 to 400 different designs that are proven to work, where people out there generating multiple 7 figures with these exact stores every single month. And you might have seen these exact watches out there on, for example, TikTok, on your Instagram feed, on your Facebook, or on YouTube. These watches do sell like crazy, and the proof of concept is just unbeatable. I've been selling this exact niche for the last 3 years. The great part about this is the quality on these watches, it's unbeatable. We use the same movement Psycho does, so it's very, very reliable. And people are willing to pay multiple hundreds of dollars for these watches. The buying price lays at around $100. And the best part is we have a supplier that we can always FaceTime, we can always call, and we can get everything fully customized to ship these watches out without having any inventory in hand. And let me tell you, Lucky Falls right here, for example, you can check him on, for example, Chop Hunter. This guy is doing mid six figures every single month, and his ads are totally blowing up across the whole e-com space. Moody is also very well known, based in Spain. He's also a client from me. This guy is doing multiple six figures every single month, and the same thing goes for these exact people right here as well. So now let me break down why this exact product is going to outwork everything that you know in the e-com space, or especially in the dropshipping space. It's proven to work. This exact space right here is also more likely known as psychomods, but I don't like to call them psychomods because we have our own designs, so we're not basically stealing, for example, Rolex designs or other big brands designs, or using any third-party logos like, for example, Psycho or something like that. We basically have our own brand names right here. This, for example, is a client of mine. He's called Nexus. So we're building his full custom-owned watch brand. And now you're thinking, okay, this is super hard. I have to know about watches. I have to know about how the movement works. No, this is not the case at all. We have built all of these designs, and the only thing that you're going to do is basically put your own logo on there, and you can do that with the supplier in 5 minutes by basically using Canva and your iPhone. And after that, you have your full custom owned watch brand. No one can copy because it's your own brand. We have profit margins of around 60%. This means we can get a watch like this for approximately $100, and on average we sell these watches for around $300 to $350. Shipping times with the exact supplier that I have are around 7 days. Oh yeah, and worldwide. Next off, the returning customer rate in the watch space is unbeatable. There's no other product niche out there where people buy over and over again. Why is that? For example, I buy let's say this watch right here. It's more sporty, so I use it for sporty occasions when maybe I go out for a run, whatever. Then I have this watch right here. It's more classy. So for different occasions, I need different watches. I have a rose gold watch I need when I go on a date. I have a silver watch that I just wear when I go on vacation. I have a sporty watch when I go out with the boys. I have a nights out watch. I have a more classy watch. I have a watch with a leather straps. This exactly is the reason why people will buy over and over again. Remember when I said earlier in this video that I have clients that just have 30 to 40 clients and they're generating multiple 5 figures in profits every single month by simply selling to the same audience over and over again? This only works when you're selling watches. There's no other product out there, like tech, for example, right here, that people will buy over and over again. Next off, we're building our own brand. With the exact structure that I will show to you later on in this video, you will be able to see 4-figure profit results in under 1 week. I've done this with hundreds of clients, so trust me if I say this is actually possible. And if you execute this the exact way I will show it to you, you will see the exact same results. And again, we're not selling a trend, and you can't be copied. This is so important. If you can be copied, you're going to die out in the next 2 to 3 months because everyone is copying you, and it's then becoming a trend. But we're building our own thing, basically drop shipping it, so we can't be copied, and it's not a trend product. That's also why this exact niche has been around for over a decade now. And if a product has been around for over a decade, it's going to be around for another decade and another decade. And all of these people that I just showed to you in the Discord, they're selling these exact watches with basically their own watch brand. And the best part about this is our supplier is generating around 20 new watches every single week, so we don't run out of watch designs. The more people join in, the more watches are actually going to be built, and the people that joined in, let's say 1 year ago, they're selling different watches to the people that are buying over and over again than the people that joined in, let's say a few days ago. And as you can see, this is exactly what people are able to see. 2K in 4 days, with 2K is actually profit margins, and he did 3.1K in revenue. We have this guy that I just showed to you basically doing 38K in Canadian dollars. This guy hitting his first 1K in 1 month. This guy after 2 months just on eBay alone did 4.8K, so close to 5K pounds. So you get the point, this whole business model does actually work. But now the question comes to mind. Okay, I know the product, I know the fundament, I know what to build, I know that a website is super important, and I know that 99% of the dropshipping stuff out there that's being taught to me is total bullshit. How exactly do I sell this exact product so I can actually see these 4-figure results in the first week and then scale to a 6-figure monthly business? For that, I have what I call the 4-phase execution plan. The 4-phase execution plan basically works like this. We have one product niche. Yes, one product niche. We don't sell in 1,000 different product niches and test out this. There is this one term in German: if you dance on too many parties, nothing is going to work out. This is the same thing as if you would have, let's say 25 girlfriends. You can't handle all of that, and for that reason you're not even able to basically have one proper relationship. So always focus on one thing and then build this thing. This is the biggest misconception that dropshippers have, that they always have to switch and find trends. It's super annoying. You don't want to be building a business like that. All of the big people out there, they build one thing. It's the same thing as if Mark Zuckerberg would be switching every day to a new business and doing that and trying out this and advertising on this platform, dropshipping this, dropshipping that. Build one thing and become a master at it. And this is the exact business that you want to be building, and because this actually gives you the potential to see these results. Everything above that I just showed you with the AliExpress, Alibaba, it's simply not going to work out because it doesn't have any potential. This right here does. So what we do first off is start with eBay. After that, we take these eBay clients, get them as returning customers to basically our own Shopify store. So we're making direct money over eBay, a marketplace with over 150 million active users that are scrolling every single day wanting to buy products. Then we get returning customers from this exact platform, just redirect them over to our own Shopify store. Then we have organic content on top that is bringing in clients all across the world to buy our products on our Shopify store. And once all of this right here is working, we also start running ads. So how this simplified looks is basically like this right here. We have the watches. These watches are then being listed on a marketplace called eBay. eBay is known by probably everyone watching this exact video. We have over 150 million active users scrolling to buy products every single day on this exact platform. This is the difference between Shopify and eBay. If you start off on Shopify, you have to generate traffic. On eBay, we already have traffic and people are already looking forward to buy our product. We just got to know how to actually position ourselves that people buy these products and see these products. Next off, eBay is super long lasting. It has been around for over, I don't know, 20 or 30 years. So people trust this marketplace and they're going to buy from there and trusting you even if you have low reviews. Next off, we can use eBay to also gather up clients for our Shopify store in the long term by basically gathering them as returning buyers. Next off, we have Instant Client because, like I said, it's a marketplace with 150 million active users. And the greatest thing about eBay is eBay has a thing called promotion rate. Promotion rate simply means they get a percentual part of each sale that you generate on their platform. But the best part is you don't pay eBay upfront, you pay eBay only when they bring in results. This means eBay has to generate sales for you to their 150 million active clients every single day scrolling to buy stuff. And once they actually find people that buy these products off of you, then they only get the percentual share. This means you have a marketplace on your site in the beginning that wants it to generate sales, because the more sales you generate, the more money they actually make because you're percentual partners with them. Then we go down. This right here is the script that we use to get clients from eBay over to our own Shopify store. This basically it would be a pleasure from my side to also provide more watches from our side. We also have a discount code. This is all stuff people get access to in my mentorship. We then redirect all of these clients over to our own Shopify store. Why exactly Shopify? On eBay, we start seeing our first clients instantly, but the thing is it has very high fees because it does so much for us. So we want to redirect all of our second orders over to Shopify because on there we have super high profit margins because all of the platform fees are cut out. Next off, it's super long lasting because having your own watch brand on Shopify is much more reliable and actually trustworthy, and different call to actions, different email workflows, different SMS marketing is going to allow you to really build your brand. This is already what I talked about. We have different options to actually retarget our customers on a day-to-day basis by basically having their email, by having their WhatsApp numbers. We can launch different discount actions, and in general, a whole Shopify store is going to be much more professional. After all of these three phases are actually standing, we then jump directly over to Facebook ads. Facebook ads allow us to build our already working business. So Facebook should never be the reason why you're generating sales. It should always be a proof of concept that your structure is already working, and on top to that, you're running ads because the system already works without Facebook. If you're promoting shit, it's gonna bring in shit. But if you're already running a business that is actually working and you promote it with Facebook, then it's gonna do even better. That's the exact issue why so many dropshippers out there are just unprofitable. This allows us to really scale our numbers to see more consistent sales on a daily base. We can do exact targeting to all of our clients, so we can really figure out from all of the organics to see, okay, whom exactly is our client, who exactly is buying these watches. And based off that, we can then start really targeting these exact groups of people. Next off, we can be super individual. We can target our own people, we can do our own marketing, and especially with AI and these watches, we can create out of this world stuff. I have all of these people that do AI ads for the exact watch space in my community. So if you need anything of that nature, there you instantly have the connections. So now you understood the fundament, the product, basically how to exactly sell this product, to have no inventory, to see instant results. You understand why this exact product is outworking everything out there on this planet. Now let's give me a realistic breakdown of what results you will see. So first off, we have the phase eBay. So what exactly are you doing in this phase? In this phase, your eBay store is going live and you create around 300 to 400 different listings. Depending on how many active eBay listings you have, you're going to see usually sales within the first or at least the second week. Your daily work is going to be checking out your eBay dashboards, fulfilling new orders, and people that want to buy your products, they can also send you offers. So you basically have to negotiate with them, send them different angles of the watches. We can do all of that with basically AI. And then the listings that sold, you just want to add them over and over again and also test different products, and basically the products that didn't perform, get them out and just replace them with products that actually did sell. This is going to take you around 30 to 45 minutes every single day, and this right here is also the approx revenue that you're going to do in these 3 months of this exact phase. And your profit margins are going to be in the range of 45% approximately, depending on where exactly you're pricing these watches at. Next off, we have the phase 2, which is Shopify. What we're doing right here is our Shopify store goes live. You don't have to build the Shopify store if you're working directly one-on-one with me. All of my one-on-one clients get the store fully built by me. I've built over 300 different stores, so I know exactly what a store has to look like in this exact niche to actually perform. We can then redirect all of our eBay buyers that already bought off us to the store. And next off, all of the platform fees are fully removed, means we're seeing way juicier profit margins. Our daily work is then going to be checking out our Shopify dashboard, fulfilling new orders, and also see if, for example, the email workflows are working, and seeing that all of our clients are actually happy and we're delivering great products with a great customer experience. And then also reviewing the eBay to Shopify returning rate. If the returning rate is super low, we have to change our scripts and basically change a few settings so we can actually see a better returning rate. This is approximately going to take 30 minutes on top out of your day to basically eBay. The revenue you can do when you do this full set is in this range. This is combined with basically eBay. So those two phases together allow you to see these results right here. And your profit margins are then going to be at around 55 to 65%. Then next off to phase 3, organics. What exactly are we doing in this phase? We basically start with our organic outreach, and we're always doubling down on what exactly works the best. This is super important in the video space where you upload videos, trying to get on new clients. We always want to double down on what is already working and stay super consistent. No matter how we're feeling, no matter how our views are, we just want to stay consistent. Our daily work is going to be to create new content every single day, post at around 6 to 8 p.m. This is always the best time for all of my clients to post that. And then of course, track the best performing content and create more of that. That phase is going to take another 30 days every single day on top to the previous 2 phases. With all of these 3 phases combined, you're able to generate these profits in this exact range. So at approximately month 6, if you're super locked in and you're doing all of these 3 phases, you can see results in the range of 25 to 50K every single month. And then once all of this is standing, we then switch over to paid ads on top. This usually happens after month 5. With all of the people that have to build a business, of course, the people that instantly want to start off with meta ads, they can also do that. No one is holding you back from instantly launching ads. What happens here is basically our meta ads go online. We're hosting our cold and also our retargeting, basically our warm campaigns. This allows us to get in consistent store visits and orders every single day, because now we're basically paying for traffic, and this allows us to really see consistent orders every single day that are being added on top to already what is being done on a daily basis. On a daily basis, we have to check our meta ads once per day. Don't overdo this, because if you overdo this, you will just change unnecessary things, basically messing up your meta account. And we want to review the cost per result, and of course here it's important to actually track for the right result. We don't want to be reviewing a cost per result on, for example, accessoire that costs $20 in the store, and of course also the creative performance. Then we also want to be launching discount codes or discount actions via mail to increase our conversion rates. Also have all of our email workflows active and check that they actually work. This is super important in e-com. And then depending on how exactly your ads are performing, we want to scale the budget by 20% every 3 days if the cost per result actually holds. This is going to add another 45 minutes every single day onto the 3 other phases. And with this exact phase added on top, you're going to see these exact results right here on average. And yes, there are actually clients out there that reached 60 to 120K months every single month by simply being able to lock in for 6 to 8 months. That's exactly why I talked about this. This exact structure is going to give you the fundament to actually build something and actually develop your potential. So if you're interested to see these exact results guaranteed and actually have this exact structure built fully done by me, no virtual assistant, simply go to the bio of this video, click on the link which says apply to work 101 with me, book in a call, and on the call we will see exactly what your goals are and if we actually are a good fit. If everything matches and we think that we can actually get you to that result, you will be able to build this exact brand with the exact structure I showed you in this video, fully guaranteed. If you have any questions in general about this exact structure, any disbeliefs, anything in general, simply go over to my Instagram. It's @SigVivo. I'm answering everyone that is following me. So if you have anything in general, go on my IG right here. But just make sure to follow me so I can actually see these requests. With that being said, boys, see you in the next one and have a great one. Ciao, ciao.